Hello, I'm Nicole, and today we will be changing my PICC line dressing one-handed. So we're going to start with a nice clean surface and lay out all the packages of things we will be needing. Dressing tray, stat lock, bio patch, steri strips, extension tubing, and the end cap. It's probably a good idea to have a few extra alcohol swabs there just in case you need them. Start with nice clean hands and rolling up the sleeve of your t-shirt. And peeling off the old dressing. The trick is not to get frustrated if it doesn't come off very easily. It is more challenging with one hand. I'm peeling off that old Tegaderm dressing. Either if you pull away from your skin, if it's sticking to you, because then the dressing releases. It's a lot easier than ripping. And you want to pull it until you get just a very small bit left to where the site is. Now we're going to open up your latex-free dressing change kit. This has mask, gloves, towel, measuring tape, swab sticks, ChloraPrep, gauze, a dressing, a sponge, tape, and a label. Everything you may need. And more. This package is sterile inside, so you want to be really careful when you're opening it that you don't touch it. Because even though your hands are washed, they're still filthy dirty. No. Gloves. If you wear glasses, you're going to find this frustrating because the mask always fogs up your glasses. Cuff end pointing towards you. You don't want to touch the fingers of the gloves because these are sterile. I'm going to open this dressing very carefully and start with the dominant hand. That's my right. And gently slip your fingers in. You're going to see that half the glove is folded up and then the fingers start. That's so you can slip your hand in without touching. Your left hand's always harder, or your non-dominant, sorry. You can use your sterile hand to sort of gently guide it on as long as you don't touch the inside of that glove. And then pulling those on. I'm going to set that aside, making sure you're not touching anything, to put your garbage on. Okay. Now you want to grab the drop cloth. Thank you. This is going to go down over the surface you're working on, shiny side up. Being careful not to touch. Ta-da! I don't use the measuring tape, so I'm going to get that out of there. Or this tape. This tape is really rough on your skin. Now I'm going to take off the old dressing and that patch. Take off the stat lock with some alcohol.
You want to have a look at the site. You want to check the site and make sure it's not red or puffy or looking nasty. I'm going to give you a nice close-up here.
You can see there's a little crusty stuff there, but we're going to clean that.
And that's the stat lock, the new stat lock.
The old stat lock.
Yeah, the reason you have that on that angle is to give your skin a rest in different places, and it can be moved in different places to give your arm a rest and keep it out of the way of bending your elbow.
Okay, I need an alcohol swab. My cameraman is also my extra pair of hands. My stat lock says remove with alcohol right on it. I think it just makes it easier. And you want to be careful when you're grabbing stuff not to touch anything but that thing. Be really gentle peeling this off because it's designed to stick to you. We're going to unclip this. Stick your fingernail right under and pull up. The purple part is the line. You can just pull that right out of there, being careful not to pull the line out, obviously, because that would be uncomfortable.
That lock is there to prevent the PICC line from moving. It's really useful.
But the sticky stuff is very hard on your skin. See right there, it's all red and raised and angry. I'm going to clean the lower part of my tubing just because it's really sticky and gross. I just did that with a normal alcohol swab. They're sterile inside. Nope. So now we're going to start by cleaning the site with this packet of swab sticks, this alcohol. There's 3 in this pack.
It's a bit wet inside, so sometimes you might need to take off a little bit of the moisture on it.
And cleaning in a nice circular motion. You want to start at the site, moving out in a circle. That way you're not spreading the germs from the rest of your dressing back to the site. You want to get it clean, but don't scrub too hard, because that will be uncomfortable. Enough to get it clean. And then I'm going to clean the line. There's some crusty stuff on the line, so I'm just really swabbing hard there to get that clean.
It could be sticky stuff from the Tegaderm, also from the Band-Aid. That's likely what it is.
Okay, it looks gross. Looking gross isn't medically significant. And the last swab. This whole package is sterile, so you don't have to worry about touching the outside of it. There we go. Our last. That is looking much better. Look at that. No more icky, gross stuff. Now you're going to grab your sponge with ChloraPrep inside, which prevents infection. This is the drug facts. You're probably not going to read that. Just going to take this, I can push down, pinch together. That'll break it open just like a glow stick. And then press downward to get that flowing. You're going to start at the site, rubbing vigorously. We're going to spread that nice disinfectant all over your arm.
And not going back over the site once you've started at the beginning and cleaned it once.
Yep. Just gonna clean in a larger swatch than you need, just in case. That stuff smells really foul to me, and it's really cold. Let it dry.
Very important to let it dry.
Resist the temptation to fan it, because you're just spreading germs. You can kind of tell when it's dry when it stops burning with cold. That's just the alcohol evaporating. And it's normal. That'll help prevent infection though, so it's worth the uncomfortable burning feeling. That's dry. It's not shiny anymore either. So now we are going to use the skin prep
that's inside the StatLock package, being very careful when you open it up. I'm not touching anything on the I'm not touching anything on the inside of the package. Only Nicole is doing that. She's got the sterile gloves. There's a skin prep inside here that basically makes your skin a little happier. First, take out the things you don't need.
My package comes with the skin prep in it, but you might need to purchase it on the side. Either way, have it ready. They're supposed to pack them so you don't touch things, but it sometimes gets stuck.
Okay.
So as you can see, I'm developing a sore spot here. This is from a combination of the old Tegaderm, which was right in this area, and the dressing. It's sort of an indent, and it's uncomfortable, so I want to avoid this place when I place the next stat lock. I'm going to place it now because the skin prep is all dried, everything's dried.
I'm going to make it come straight down this time? Yeah. Okay, so why don't you explain that?
Yeah.
And straighten out the line.
Yep.
Just open this side up.
This writing is designed so when a nurse is changing the dressing, it will be correct for them. But for you, it's going to be upside down with the arrow pointing towards you.
Hang on a sec.
You'll be able to tell that it won't fit the other way.
I want to get close in and see how this thing attaches. Can you straighten it out a little bit?
Yeah, so you're going to see the two holes in the wings?
Move your finger a little. Yep.
You're going to push those into the two blue bits, which will hold it down, and then you're going to flip the lock over. Did you hear that? That snap sound means that you've put it in.
It's not attached to your skin yet. Nicole's going to do that in 1 sec.
Yeah. Remember, I want to avoid that sore place on me, which looks like right about there. Now, hold the center of the wings with your thumb, and with your pointer and middle finger, or pointer and thumb holding with your pinky, you're going to pull up this side thing, and
You got the pattern.
I got the sore spot. Okay, when you do it, don't do that. But it's really, really hard. So, there we go. I avoided some of it, though, which is better than nothing.
Okay.
Now,
the dressing. Now the bio patch.
Now I'm going to put on the bio patch,
which apparently cuts down on infection by about 60 some odd %. They're expensive, but I think they might be worth it. The blue side goes up.
The side with the writing goes face up, and this is going to go right over the site with the two little, there's a slit, and that is supposed to go underneath your line.
Okay.
Doesn't really go very well. And now, final part, we're going to slip the dressing on. I like the dressing to go this way, because otherwise it just pulls up too quickly.
And you want to straighten out your tubing also.
You want to straighten out the tubing. Mine is pretty straight, so I'm just going to leave it and slap this dressing on.
So she peeled off the non-sticky part.
And you want to line it up so that you can cover everything. This is really tricky. So if you have to put another little piece of dressing on, it'll be fine. Push down, make sure it's nice and sealed, and then gently begin to pull.
Peel off.
And press down as you're going. See, I managed to catch that there. And, see, I should have moved it over a little more. I'll need to add another bit of dressing there, but that's okay. Now it's not sterile. Now it is sterile and sealed, so you can take off your mask, you can take off those gloves. making sure to pull from the outside in so you don't have to touch all those gross things you just touched.
And we're going to do one last thing.
There we go. Woo!
This
See,
is
that
the
wasn't
steri
too hard,
strip.
right?
Steri strip.
Beautiful, clean. As you can see, I put lots of skin prep way over here, so my arm is rather crusty and gross looking, but that'll wash off.
So now we're going to do something with the tubing down at the bottom. We call this the V for VT, named after Tina VT from Dr. Jones's office, who helped us for many months with Nicole's dressing change. Thank you, Tina. So this goes underneath the lumen.
Your arm is completely in the way.
Okay. And then
it goes underneath the line with the sticky side up.
1 second. Okay.
And then we're going to fold this across like that.
And why is this good? It helps keep that line secure at the end, and it also tends to stop the patch, the Tegaderm dressing, from lifting up.
Because when you're constantly moving this, the dressing is slowly peeling up from the bottom up.
It does help. In case you're wondering, the reason Nicole has 2 lumens, that's what they put in when they did it. A little more complicated, you just have to flush each line, and we're not real happy about that, but overall it's good.
So I'll put another one of these on so you can see. It's a lot harder with the 2 to do this.
Can I help with that?
No,
That's about the only thing that Nicole really, really needs help with, because it's really hard to do just one-handed.
There. Okay. Once you get it around, the other part, I will do this.
Can I turn this off for a sec?
No. Here we go.
We have to change the tubing also.
And then this one's going here. And this one is going there. 2 sealed, finished. So you're going to take the air out of this tube of saline, plug it into the longer white end, the extension tubing, and you're just going to flush through a minimal amount so that a drip comes through on this other end. That way you're not pushing water into your line.
Or air.
That way you're not pushing air into your body, which isn't good.
Definitely a no-no.
Yeah, unscrew the end. There's going to be a little liquid here. See that drop?
Push a little bit more through.
It's okay.
Okay.
All the way through.
So I finished cleaning this cap.
And then you're going to screw it on and unclip the larger one, and you can flush the whole thing with the saline.
Hold on 1 second. And you're going to flush the other line too.
Make sure you clip. We're going to clip. We're going to flush this other line, but we got to clean it first. Clean, clean, clean. That's what I like to call plugging in. Thanks.
Okay.
And plunge that, or whatever the verb may be.
Now we're going to flush with the heparin. 5 mLs of pepper, so we're sharing one vial between 2 of the lines.
I can show you how you can do this one-handed. Use your middle finger to grip around the clave with your pointer and thumb of your dominant hand. Unscrew this and just let it fall. Then take the other one in your dominant hand, take the heparin between your pointer and thumb of your dominant hand, hold the clave adapter between your middle and fourth finger, and push down and twist.
It takes a little getting used to, but it does usually work.
You want to make sure that your tube isn't wet, like mine was, because then it's really hard and slippery.
And just half it out.
But half of it's in. You didn't take the air out of this.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. And then we're going to do it the same on this one. With this, it's easier because you can hold it in your non-dominant hand and screw it on with your dominant hand.
Most people will only have one lumen, single lumen, which will have the tubing attached to it. The tubing is expensive, but well worth it. It makes you able to do this by yourself if you need to.
And that's all.
It's neat.
Everything's clipped. Everything's
Your
clean.
PICC line
And we're finished. Now I'm just going to put back on my knitted PICC line cover, which I created, and we're good to go.